Hey everyone, this is Ty and welcome back to the channel. So I've heard a lot of people tell me you have got to get the Sundowner seat for your Harley Davidson Sportster S. And so now that I've got one here, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about, so stick around. Alright, first and foremost, I want to thank my friend and subscriber Alan for sending me this Sundowner seat. Alan purchased the Corbin seat for the Sportster S and didn't have any need for the Sundowner, and he offered to send it to me. So Alan, that was extremely kind and generous of you to do that. Thank you very much, sir. So this Sundowner seat has not been on my Sportster S yet. So what we're going to do is now we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the stock seat versus the Sundowner seat just to get a look at the differences. Alright, so here on my left we've got the stock Sportster S seat, and over here on my right is the Sundowner seat. So just from a first look of these two, the Sundowner seat is noticeably wider, at least it seems like it's noticeably wider. Definitely here as it's contoured a little more than the stock seat is. And just as just a kind of a Charmin, don't squeeze the Charmin test, it seems like, you can tell a noticeable difference on the Sundowner seat, just the amount of padding. So if we're going to measure them, just going across here, so at the widest part from seam to seam on the stock seat, it's right about 10 inches or so, and on the Sundowner seat, it's roughly just the same as far as the seating position goes, right about the same measurements. But just by looking at them, just a side-by-side comparison, you can tell that the Sundowner seat is noticeably larger with more padding. Now, if you've ever installed a seat on a motorcycle, you know there's really nothing to it. But I have found that when I've got to take the seat on and off of the Sportster S, sometimes it is a little frustrating getting it right back in place. So I'm going to attempt to put this Sundowner seat on the motorcycle, and then ultimately we'll go take a ride. All right, as you guys can tell, I've got the Sundowner seat on here. I've sat on it, but I haven't taken a ride with it yet, so that's what we're going to do now. Bye. All right, Maiden Voyage. All right, once I get down the road a little bit, put just a few miles on this, I'll report back in with you guys. So just sit tight, I'll be right back with you. All right, well at this point I've probably put on 7 or 8 miles on the motorcycle with the Sundowner seat, and you can definitely tell a difference. There is a lot more padding on the motorcycle seat. It feels comfortable. I'm probably sitting up, I don't know, maybe just a smidge, maybe half an inch or something like that. It's not a lot, but I can tell I am sitting up a little bit higher. Now, if I had to really guess and make a comment about it, I would probably say that maybe it actually promotes better posture. And on the back of the motorcycle, or I'm sorry, on the back of the seat, where there's a little tiny, I'm going to call it a scoop. It's not really a scoop, but just kind of where the seat goes up a little bit. I can kind of feel that, press back on it a little bit. So in those long rides, I'm thinking this might be very, very comfortable. So let's go over a couple of things and talk about it. So one of the first things that I wanted to bring up, and I kind of hinted on this earlier, was the ease of installation. So it wasn't all that difficult. I've normally, my stock seat on the Sportster S, I got to fight with that thing to get that little spike in that little hole where the seat holds in place. It's been a battle. But this Sundowner seat, I was going to film it and film the frustration and try to make something funny out of it, but it just popped right into place. It wasn't any problem at all. So if we're going to go with ease of installation, I would give this one really high remarks in that regard. All right, so let's move on to comfort. Yeah, let's talk about the comfort level. So as I mentioned, definitely more cushion in this. So what are my viewpoints on you know, kind of what I've been using the Sportster for at this point, just kind of round the town rides and that type of thing. Much more comfortable for that. It would be tough to say on an all-day ride or a long-distance ride. You know, I'm just gonna have to do it. But I will say this, that having this Sundowner seat on the Sportster S actually increases my confidence that I could make an all-day ride on this motorcycle. You know, you get used to a street glide and riding in comfort and style. Things just feel a little bit different when you sit on a motorcycle like this. But with this Sundowner seat, I think there's enough padding and enough cushion back there that I could endure an all-day ride. Now, like anything else on a motorcycle this size with this type of, you know, posture, you're leaned over a little bit. No matter what your seat is, no matter how comfortable it is, there's going to be some discomfort, right? You're going to be uncomfortable on a long ride. But I think this will vastly improve the comfort level for me. So, thumbs up there. All right, let's talk about cost, because anytime you buy parts and you put them on your motorcycle, we need to factor in cost to see if the product is worth that particular amount that they're asking. So on Harley's website, I looked it up this morning, they're asking $275 for this seat. Now, if I'm gonna say, is it worth $275, that's completely subjective. I would probably say it is. I mean, it's definitely a lot more comfortable. Now, I was lucky enough where I didn't have to pay anything for this one. It was given to me that I mentioned my buddy Alan. Alan, thank you again. But you know, I didn't have to pay for this, so it's a little different for me to make that determination. But I would say that if I had to pay the cash for it, I think it's worth it. It's definitely comfortable, no doubt about it. Now, what about the lead time from Harley? Everything that I have seen on the Sportster S about people ordering parts and accessories, man, you are going to be waiting for quite some time. Well, again, when I looked this one up this morning on Harley's website, there wasn't any type of lead time that they were asking about. It looked like you just put it in your cart and they're going to ship it out to you, which is fantastic because maybe they're getting caught up with everything. I know that I took a peek, different subject, but whatever. I took a peek at the windshield on Harley's website this morning, and they're only showing a 1 week lead time. So maybe I'll get my windshield pretty soon. But if you're thinking about getting the Sundowner seat and lead time is an issue, you just don't want to wait on it, you might want to check Harley's website. As of today, we're showing no lead time. Well, today was just a quick video, just a ride review, first impressions for the Harley Davidson Sundowner seat for the Sportster S. I'll tell you what, if you enjoy Sportster S related content, would you do me a favor and hit the thumbs up on this video? And also, if you like the content that is on this channel, please subscribe to the channel. The channel's growing. I'm having a great time with it, and I would love it if you would come on board with me. So please subscribe to the channel. Again, guys, thank you for your time very, very much today. Stay tuned for more Sportster S related content. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.